All good. Okay. All right. So let's get started. Who am I? I am a virtual assistant and a web designer with Business Jump. Okay. Which is why you're all here. I used to be a project coordinator. So some of you, including Cheryl, might have worked with me before. But this year I've stepped back from that role. I want to concentrate on my own business and getting things going. So unfortunately, that's meant that I have taken, I don't deal with as many clients anymore. I am more building websites. So if you guys haven't started a business, you might come into contact with me in the group. But I can tell you that I don't have any formal WordPress training. I didn't go to uni. I didn't study a diploma. I WordPress along the way. It's one of those things where I thought, I saw an ad asking for a website designer for Business Jump. They wanted WordPress skills. I said, yeah, I can do that. I know you ladies as entrepreneurs, we've heard the saying, just take the job later, and that's what I did. So what did I do? I read as much as I could. I Googled, I YouTubed, I read blogs, and I jumped onto a WordPress site and had a go, basically. And what does that mean? That means that if I can do it, you can. It's that simple. You don't require a degree. You don't require a diploma. You don't require anything except for just giving it a go. Okay, so someone's getting, there's some background noise still. So if everybody could just make sure that they're muted, that would be great so that we don't hear that background noise. Okay, so you ladies are lucky. You've got Business Jump has done a lot of the hard work for you, or they will. Your websites will be pre-built. Yeah, so the foundation will be there. We purchase your domain. We set you up with your business account. We put in all the plugins for you, so you don't have to think about it. But what you do have to do is you have to learn how to maintain it. Because if you don't, it's something that you'll have to outsource. And outsourcing means, okay, if you have to hire a web designer like me to, fix problems or to add blog posts for you, and hell, we'd be happy to do it. But if you can do it yourself, that's all the better. So what I'm going to try and do is equip you with a few skills, just the basics tonight, so that you know how to go into your website and how to maintain it. Okay, so just give you a little bit of confidence so that you can do it yourself and save some money. Okay, so where I'm going to start first is logging into your website. So one of the first things that you need to do is you need to know your URL, your link for your website. And it's going to be your website name, okay, so most of the time. So for the example that I'm going to use today, this is a website that I'm working on at the moment. It's incomplete, and it's called Wanderlust Crusade. So the website domain is wanderlustcrusade.com. Nice and simple, okay? So for you to log in, you can log in using WP-login after your URL, okay? Or WP-admin, okay? So to go to your dashboard, I ask you to go to WP-admin. And that's something that you can bookmark because it's probably something that you're going to go to a lot of times, okay, guys? Okay, so once you go to the WP-admin page, you'll come up with this box. It'll have your username, it'll prompt you for a username or your email address, okay, and your password. Okay, those details will be provided to you on handover. We'll provide you with a list of all your important passwords and details, okay? So it's important that you keep those details really secure and really handy. And you might want to have a look at your password, and you might want to change it. Because we have we have a number of people that sometimes goes into your site, we might keep the password simple and uniform across all your accounts. So it might be something that you want to change. Okay, so you might find that it's not the case here, but it might be the first name on the last 1, 2, 3 exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Okay, so keep those details handy, and keep them saved in something like you can use apps to save. Dashlane is a really good one to have on your phone. You can use that. Stay away from admin as a username because you will find that you will get repeated attacks. Okay, and if you don't know what that is, you will. It means it's hard to get it. If someone new comes on, if they can just quickly mute their audio, that would be great. Thank you. Just so that everybody can hear me. Okay, so if you're hiring a web designer or some other, that's it, got it, thank you. If you're hiring a web designer or someone else to assist you, what you should do is create them a customized login. And I can show you how to do that. Rather than giving your own details, make them their own details so that when they finish their association with you, you can just delete it. Okay, and it means details. Hi, thanks for joining us. Okay, so once you put in your username and password, you can click remember me if you like and log in. And it will take you to your dashboard. And it might be just a little slow because I'm running the Zoom and I've got a few people on. So let's hope that, there we go. Okay, so this is your dashboard and it has everything you need to be running your site, okay? So everything that you need to do to maintain your site and publish post pages is done from here. It's like a desktop for your website. It has a summary of all your activities on your site that you find on this open page, your site statistics. On here, WordPress is a security. WordPress is a security plugin that we use. And you can do everything from here, okay? If you want to customize what you have on this front page, you can just click into the screen options and you can see everything that's on your front page and you can click them off or on as you like to have whatever you like in there. You can also drag things to put it in a different order, to move things. I usually get rid of the welcome to WordPress, I never use it. Okay, so this part down here is like your sidebar menu, and it's got everything that you need to go into the back of your site, okay? And this is your admin menu across the top. Okay. Okay, so on the left-hand side here, you can see that there's a prompt for updates, and it says that I've got one update pending. Jetpack is a plugin for WordPress that just keeps everything running really nice and allows you to download a Kismet, which is a spam thing. Okay, posts is your blog posts. Media is your where all your images and your videos are stored. And WP Smosh is a plugin that we use to compress images, make them smaller so that your site runs faster. Pages is for the pages of your website. And the difference between pages and posts, posts is like your blog posts. You would have read blog posts, you would see them, you could scroll down them. It comes down like a feed, like Facebook works, where you can see one article and then it scrolls down, there's another article, and it's a continuous feed as long as you're posting. Pages is a static page. So for your website pages, you have, for example, your About Us page or your contact page. It's pages that don't require that much updating. It's pages that you usually have the content there and it doesn't change, okay? So that's what a difference between a page and a post is. Comments allows you to see all the comments on your site and to moderate them. Contact is your contact forms. The Contact Us page, for example, might have a contact form. WooCommerce, if you've got WooCommerce on your site, it's because you're selling something. It's the electronic store, and it's one of the biggest plugins for WordPress, okay? Products is a part of WooCommerce, and it's where all your products are stored. Appearance is where you customize the appearance of the site. So themes allows you to change your theme. Don't do that without backing up. Okay, we install the theme and do all that for you. Customize allows you to go in and customize the appearance of the site. So adding your logo, changing what appears in your footers, that sort of thing. Widgets. Widgets are, let's have a look. Let's go to widgets. Widgets are sections of the website where you can put things. So they're kind of like an add-on, yeah, basically. Menus, so that's widgets. So where we've got the sidebar next to a blog, you can decide that you want to add a recent post, or so think about a website that you visit, and you can see on the side that they might have the post categories, or they might have a picture. It's just somewhere where you can insert information or menus. Okay, so a footer, for example, at the bottom of the page, that might have a drop down, like a series of links or a newsletter add in. That's where widgets comes in. So if you need to change something like your footer, this is one of the places where you can do that. Okay, menus, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you look at a website, you can see that they've got menus. Let's just have a look at Wonderlust, for example. Okay, Wonderlust Crusade is a travel blog. So it's a little bit different from what a lot of you guys are doing, which is directories. Okay, you can see I've got a top bar. This is a top bar up here. Just got a link to subscribe to join the community. You can see the admin bars come up because I'm logged in as admin behind the site. Okay, this is a hero image. Okay, so if you ever want to change that, you're looking at the slider and you just edit page, and you find this image and you just remove it and add another one. Okay, you can see that that's demo content there. We've got a couple of social media images. We've got a blog carousel here. A link to browse the blog. I'm going to have an Instagram feed that will come here once I post some Instagram feeds. And then you've got the footer here, which has got a custom menu and links and the newsletter, social media bar here, and then the copyright bar here. Okay, so that's just an idea of what the site can look like. So I was talking about menus. So primary menu here. So that's going to be the main menu for navigating around your site. So These are pages. About us is a page. The travel blog is posts, but it appears on the travel blog page. Contact us is a page. Then I've got a sub menu under the primary menu with destinations that you can. So that's where menus comes in. Importing demo data, that's when you, nothing that you guys have to worry about. That is when you have a clean, fresh copy of the theme and you want to insert the demo data. Okay, edit CSS. You guys, if you don't know how to use WordPress, you don't want to go into this section. Okay, so CSS is custom script. So when you want to change the scripting or the code of a website, this is where you do it. Okay, Primrose is the theme, and you won't need anything else from there. Okay, plugins. It's a good idea to go in and have a look at your plugins and see what plugins have been installed into your website. We install a number of plugins that are meant to keep your okay, so we install a number of plugins to maintain your site. Okay, so for example, Yoast SEO looks after your search engine optimization. Okay, and if you don't know what that is, have a Google, have a read. It's basically what you can do on your site so that your site gets seen by Google. Okay, okay, so Akismet is a spam. Custom login, that's just when you go to the WP-admin page, you might have some branding on there, and custom login allows you to do that. Contact form, it's just a plugin to allow you to have a contact form on your site. Duplicate post allows you to clone or duplicate posts and pages. And bartone market, that can be deactivated or deleted, you don't need it. Google Analytics. Guys, if you don't know what Google Analytics is, you need to have a look into that. Have a Google of Google Analytics. Basically, it is if you link up your Google Analytics to your site, you can see all the statistics behind the visitors to your sites and tracking and that sort of thing. Okay. Jetpack, I said that before, that allows you to connect your blog to a WordPress.com account and gives you all these added features, including spam. Okay, Kirky Toolkit, this just allows you to customize the site. You don't have to worry about that. MailChimp. MailChimp is a newsletter application, and it allows you to integrate your newsletter with your site so that you can grab subscribers and then on your website, and then you can send them newsletters. So just away from the web design thing, I think that it's really important for you with your marketing of your site is to have a list, to have an email list, because it means that you can keep in contact with people that come to your site. So you'll find that people will come into your site, have a look around, and then they might go away, they might come back. But if you get them with a opt-in, you know, something on your page saying download here, you would have seen it on pages that you go to. You know, download, I don't know, download a checklist on everything that you need in your nursery. And then they go, oh, excellent, I'd love that download list. And, you know, they'll download it, they'll put their information in, and then you've got them. Okay, so then you can send them newsletters every now and then, and you can keep them coming back to your site. Okay. Page list allows you to do a sitemap. Pop-up alley allows you to do the pop-up where when someone visits your page and a pop-up comes up and allows them to put their information and grab it. Okay. And yeah, so that allows them to join your newsletter list. Okay. So should we update plugins when asked for? Yes, most of the time. Well, yeah, look, usually with plugins for, yes, plugins I would update when they're asked for. Themes, sometimes I wait a little. If it's a big plugin, it's really hard to know. Sometimes there can be an update. Okay, this is the background. Sometimes there can be an update and they're still working things out and there might be some issues. I'm not always in a rush to update a plugin for WooCommerce, for example, or for a theme. I might wait a little and make sure that there's no problems, and that's because I'm a website designer. I kind of worry about those things, but you're probably okay to update your plugins when they're asked for. And if you're doing a backup and something goes wrong, you can roll your website back. And what that means is if you are backing up every day and then something happens today and something goes wrong, but you had a backup yesterday, then you can then just turn it back so that, and restore this backup so that your website will appear as it was yesterday before you made that change. It's really important that everybody is backing up, and that's something that we set up for you. And Updraft Plus is how we have done that for you. And you can just see your existing backups by clicking there, or your current status on how you backed up. Okay, so really important that that's done. Okay, so pop-up Ali, yep. Okay, so these other ones are more ones for, you know, formatting your website and that sort of thing. Updraft Plus, I just covered. WooCommerce, I've covered before. WordPress security, antivirus, firewall, and malware scan. If you are receiving an email that says the preload is stalled, don't worry about it. It means that the website designer has clicked a box, which means that you get a notification, and we probably need to fix that so that you don't get the email, which is annoying. WP Instagram widget allows you to do the feed, the beautiful feed at the bottom of the site that shows all your Instagram pictures. And here's a hint on that one. If you click on that feed, it takes you to your Instagram page. And then people can follow you. So that's something that's a great little tool if you've got that on your site. If you have a Primrose site, that's something that is part of your page, okay? If you've got a different theme and you want that Instagram feed down the bottom, just let your website designer know they can have it for you. It's not too difficult. WP Smush, I touched on before, it reduces image file sizes, so it speeds up your site. Super Cache is something for, it's a caching plugin. So it means that it's another thing to keep speed on your site. And Yoast SEO is your search engine optimization. Okay, so just quickly keeping on the dashboard, we've only got about 5 minutes left. So this is a really basic rundown on how your dashboard works. And that's pretty much all we're going to get covered tonight, but I can do more of these training sessions if everybody feels that they need them. Just let Nat know, okay? Okay, so users, this is where all your subscribers and all your users come in. Anybody who subscribes to your site will pop in there, your admin will pop in there. If you have a website designer that comes in and does some work for you, you can add new and give them a password and you know, some login details. Okay, with the plugins, they're included when we hand over the website, that's right. So you can see this is a website that hasn't been handed over. It's one that I'm currently working on. You can see that the plugins are all sitting there. I'm not going to take them out and give them to the client. They're sitting there because they all have a function. They're all doing things. So, of course, they're included when we hand over the website to you. You will also have a directory plugin if you have a directory. Okay, and pay attention to your handover email. You will be given a link that shows you where to view your documentation for that plugin. Okay, and that's really important to read so that you know how your directory works, and so that you know how it functions. So if a vendor comes to you, if a business comes to you and says, oh, I did this or I did that and I need help with this, you'll be in a better position to ask them, to answer them. Okay. Okay, settings, that's where you can change a number of the settings for the site. We would optimize those settings for you. Unless you want to change something on your website, you won't need to worry about them. SEO, that's where you can make some changes for SEO and connect SEO options. What's the WP Basics link? Becky, that was in handover, the WP Basics link. I think if we're talking about the same link, I think that's the link on how to learn WordPress. If that's the link that you're talking about, the WordPress links that are in the handover email, is that what you're talking about, Becky? Yep. Yeah, so that's it. That's just, yeah, thanks, Becky. Yeah, those are just to help you have a look at getting a foundation, getting some training, learning how WordPress works. Okay, so this is the SEO dashboard, and we will have, you can see this isn't configured because we're still working on the site, but we would have configured that for you and you won't need to do anything in there. MailChimp, we would have integrated that for you as well.
A bit of training on the website.
Oh, that sounded like me. That's weird. Okay, Insights, that's Google Analytics. Pop-up Alley, we talked about. WordFence, we talked about. And that is the basics of your dashboard. So you can go into and have a look. And look, you're not going to break anything, honestly. Going in and having a look and seeing how things work, there's nothing wrong with that. And if you go into a post or a page, you can leave the page and it will come up with a error saying, do you want to leave this page? Okay, so don't worry about going and having a look, getting a feel for it. You want to visit your site, you can click up here and click visit site. But basically that's how you work your dashboard. I really love to answer people's questions, but we've run out of time on this share. So what I'd ask you to do, if you don't mind, is just navigate back to the Facebook page and rejoin me if you'd like to answer and have a discussion. I'm happy to stay on for as long as you guys need and talk it through. But I hope this has been helpful for you guys. I know that it's a really basic rundown of the dashboard. We will be providing some more training, but this is just a foundation because you need to be able to go into your dashboard and the basics of everything. So I imagine that Zoom will cut me off really soon. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'd love it if you guys can come back and ask me some questions. Okay, guys? So thanks so much for your time.
Come back again on the same link?
Yep, same link.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, Sherry.
I look forward to meeting you all, so please come back. Okay, bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.